everyone, welcome to Promoting Empathy Inclusion to Children's Literatures and presented by DIEM NGUYEN, student ID IKO3012512. So this presentation will explore how these texts support empathy and inclusion. I will analyze the dominant discourse within each story, apply the messages to early childhood teaching practice, and discuss how they connect to contemporary family contexts such as refugee experiences, financial hardship, and family well-being challenges. Finally, I will reflect on the role of literatures in nurturing social and moral understanding among young children. I have selected two children's books, The Little Refugee by Anne and Susan Doe, and Whoever You Are by Memphis. I chose these texts because they provide powerful yet developmentally appropriate ways to explore contemporary family contexts, particularly refugee and immigrant experiences, while also promoting a universal message of shared humanity. Together, this book supports children's social, emotional, and moral development by encouraging empathy, respect for diversity, and a strong sense of belonging. At the first book, The Little Refugee by Anne and Susan Doe, The Little Refugee tells the true story of a child who is forced to flee his home and rebuild a sense of safety and belonging in a new country. And the key message of this story is that belonging is not automatic. It's related to safety, care, and human connection. The book highlights that children from refugee backgrounds may experience fear, loss, and disruption, yet they also demonstrate resilience and resilience and hope when they are welcomed and supported. The dominant discourse conveys in this text position refugees as people first rather than labels. It challenges deficit-based narratives by showing that refugee children are capable learners who can thrive when their emotional and social needs are met. This aligns strongly with trauma-informed and whole child approaches in early childhood education. However, critically, if this story is not mediated carefully, there is a risk that children may view refugee families as sad or permanently vulnerable. There is also the potential to unintentionally reinforce stereotypes or trigger emotion responses in children who have experienced migration or trauma themselves. And therefore, the role of the educator is crucial. As teacher, we must frame the story sensitively, using respectful language such as some family move to find safety and avoid graphic detail. We must also provide children with choice, ensuring they are never required to share personal experiences, while focusing on action that promote inclusion and kindness. Whoever you are presents a universal message that, despite differences in culture, language, and appearance, all children share similar feelings and needs. Love, safety, play, and family are common experiences across the world. The dominant discourse of this book promotes that shared humanity and belonging. It supports the idea that diversity exists, but dignity and emotional experiences are equal. This message is particularly valuable in early childhood settings, as it lays the foundation for empathy and respect. However, from a critical perspective, the idea that we are all the same must be carefully balanced. If presented without reflection, it might lead to a colorblind approach that overlooks culture, identity, and difference. Equity in education does not mean ignoring difference, but rather valuing and responding to it. As an educator, I would explicitly support children to understand that we can share the same feeling while also being unique. I would emphasize that our differences should add language, culture, and family tradition are important and should be respected and celebrated. To extend these texts in practice, I would design an inclusive and emotionally supportive environment. This would include a calm reading space, person doors representing diverse backgrounds, and a multicultural home corner. A family wall could be created to separate each child's important relationships and emotion cause or regulation to support children in expressing feelings safely. A predictable routine and psychologically safe space are especially important for children experiencing transition or family stress. Several planned learning experiences would extend the themes of empathy and belonging. For example, a belonging hands art activity would allow children to share what makes them feel included. Role play scenarios us using a personal doll could help children practice welcoming language and inclusive behaviors. A feeling suitcase discussion would support emotional literacy and regulation strategy. So the educator role in Central is supporting participation, inquiry, and meaning-making. This includes modeling inclusive language, scaffolding empathy through open-ended questions, and observing children's emotional responses. Teachers must respond sensitively, ensuring that all children feel valued and supported. Inclusion means adapting practice to meet individual needs, not treating every child identically. These texts connect strongly to contemporary family contexts, so children from refugee or immigrant backgrounds may face language barrier, trauma, or social isolation. In response, educators must provide visual support, predictable routines, and respectful recognition of home languages. Families experiencing financial hardship may require dignity-sensitive practice, ensuring no child feels excluded due to economic circumstances. Children living with family stress or parental mental health challenges may need additional emotional regulation support and consistent relationship. Inclusion means responding thoughtfully to these realities so that every child can participate confidently and safely. So, linking to EYLF outcomes. Firstly, outcome 1, children have a strong sense of identify. 2, discussions about belonging and personal experiences. Children are supported to feel safe, secure, and valued within the learning environment. Secondly, outcome 2, children are connected with or contribute to their world. Both books encourage children to recognize diversity, develop empathy, and practice inclusive behaviors. This supports children to understand fairness and respect within their country. Thirdly, outcome 3, children have a strong sense of well-being. By exploring emotions such as fear, happiness, and safety, children develop emotion literacy and regulation skill. Creating predictable and supportive environments also strengthens well-being, particularly for children experiencing transition or stress. Therefore, using literature intentionally not only supports social inclusion but also directly contributes to achieving key EYLF outcomes in holistic child development. In conclusion, children literature provides a powerful and safe platform to explore complex social issues. Through story, children develop empathy, learn how about diverse experiences, and practice inclusive behaviors. When educators thoughtfully select texts, mediate discussion, and extend learning intentionally, literatures become a foundation for belonging, fairness, and social justice in early childhood education. A team lay stories such as The Little Refugee and Whoever You Are help children not only understand difference but respond with kindness and respect. Thank you for listening.